All right, this is a mirror random map. So mirror random map from these players. Interesting random map with this weird lake pickle in the middle. I feel like this is a lake pickle. Like it's just like, it looks like it's like right in the middle there. We also have on the eastern side of the map Le Grand, and Le Grand playing as the English in red, and then Crackedy playing as China in the teal. Don't say lake pickle. Oh my gosh, I just saw the message from chat that Szalami does have 4 relics right in a row here. I think on the other side there are 3 right here. So there is that, but there are 4. So that's relatively close for Szalami. And Szalami is, you know, playing as Avicis, so not as Deli, but that'll give the ability for Grubby to come over there and do what scholars do best, which is grab the relics. We also have a House of Wisdom getting placed down for Szalami right at the front of his base. Actually, kind of in the front of his base, but is secured along this wood line, so I'm not sure. Like, placement of House of Wisdom is always tricky in the game because you don't want it exposed, but also, like, it's such a tank. It's okay if it's exposed. Sacred sites are all in the corners for this mirror random. So you do have to secure 4, but this is free. Each player kind of gets a free sacred site, but like both players get 2 free ones. I would see, I would expect to see like a pretty quick age up to castle, unless Le Grand, who is playing as English, does a significant amount of harassing towards Grubby. I do hear that sound going off. Grubby does have one of the scholars already. He's got, not already, does have a mosque down earlier in the game than I think the last game that he played. And I love that watching players use their scouts as such strong harassment tools earlier on in the game. Crackedy has to be careful just because most of his gold is open right here. And so if there are like camel archers making their way across the map, that gold, especially here, and the large pot of gold of here is going to be exposed. But he does have access to 2 safer golds at the back of the map, which are going to be easy to secure. And I hear the defense sound going off in Grubby's base. Grubby going down with the Dome of Faith. Le Grand, I would expect to come up really soon with the Council Hall. Not yet, not quite there yet. Soon though, soon. And we see Imperial Academy going down for Crackedy. Probably a 2 TC Song Dynasty type of play right now. A couple of the daggers are out for the villager. Scout is going to get pushed back. Scholar right out there doing some healing. Gets pulled out, heals them up, gets put back into his mosque. And then another scout has made his way over from Le Grand. So that's what I'm saying. In order to prevent Grubby from really succeeding in this game, there has to be a really heavy amount of harassment just because of the relic placement, the sacred site placement, and playing as the Deli with those scholars out on the map. You have to deny them of their kind of like their powers. I want to say their powers, but like their abilities. A couple of those knights coming in trying to take, or a couple of those scouts trying to take out that house. Not going to be successful And Scout making their way back into the base. We do see a barracks down, and those spears are going to be coming out rather quickly. And the Scouts are not going to be able to do any more harassment once those spears are made, because like a spear against a Scout is just like always going to win. Here at the south side of the map, Crackedy continues to grow as China economy going for a stone right now. Definitely going 2TC. Oh, Crackedy though at the same time as going 2TC is placing down a forward Barbican. Barbican rush on the way. Probably gonna get that up if Salami is not careful. Don't think he's gonna be spotting that right now since he doesn't have any villagers on the gold. Ooh. Yeah, and his Scout is chasing Crackedy. Crackedy, I don't know if he did this on purpose, but seems to be distracting the Scout, dragging him across the map, avoiding any vision right here. And so Salami is going to be under fire from that Barbican pretty quickly right now. He does have a backwood line, can move his wood villagers out there. And that's what he's just gonna do, deny that forward gold. He does have another gold up here, which I think Crackedy is trying to deny. So Crackedy is denying this up here. Has to be careful of the Scout. Oh, Salami does spot that out with his Scout right now and is countering it with another tower placement. That's going to get up just a little bit faster from Crackedy. Crackedy also gets up that tower as well. And it looks like Salami and Crackedy are in a little bit of a fight right now. That's... Okay, so I will say with Salami, he's got this gold towards the back as well. So even though he's denied this gold and these two golds, it should be okay. Also, I see a wall, palisade wall, gonna be coming around. The tower, which the emplacement just came through for the China tower. And palisade wall is going to go up around it, so trying to deny any sieging of that really quickly. Also, I see Grubby up on the northern side has walled up with a palisade wall to prevent any harassment coming in from these longbowmen, which are coming out from the council hall and making their way out across the map. Most of the focus seems to be over here on Salami's base. Salami is going to be placing down a second TC. Villagers from Crackedy are on their way, going to be building up a tower right now and trying to deny these resources. Oh, several of the horsemen spot out Salami's units, and Grubby is making his way down towards the base of his teammate. A couple of those villagers are placed inside the TC. Arrows starting to go off, and a second tower is getting placed down by Crackedy right on the front lines of Salami's base, getting sieged down by all the villagers. Villager pull from Salami. He's got both TCs now, can catch up rather quickly, can afford to lose several villagers. Remember, he's got fresh foodstuffs, so those villagers are 25 food a pop. It's gonna be okay if he loses a couple. It looks like a couple of the villagers, two from Crackedy, are going out and trying to build out another tower. Doggo children, can you stop barking in the background, please? We've also got more horsemen coming in from Le Grand, a group of horsemen and longbowmen, and another tower also getting placed by Crackedy's got 3 towers like right next to each other. He's really trying to push Salami off the eco, but we do see a stream of purple coming in from Grubby. Grubby doing their best to support, building a couple rams and allowing Salami to heal up and get to a place where he can build military units as well to fend off this push. Tower was canceled, and I think Crackedy and Le Grand are moving their way back across the map now. I don't know where these archers are going. Oh, there they go. So Grubby is responding right now with a ram. These rams are going to be, since there's no units over here, these rams aren't going to be able to get sieged down. And they're just going to take out several of these towers. Grubby can take that over there and deny that. But we do see a military building up at the northeast side of the map. And it looks like Le Grand is going to make a push towards Grubby right now. On the western front, we do have a sacred site trying to get grabbed up by Grubby, or by Szalami and Grubby. Wolf getting in on the action and also going to deny that right now. Wall was canceled by Crackedy. And there seems to be a little bit more of a defensive push up here. Ram did get around the palisade wall, so palisade wall wasn't perfectly placed. And is going in on this tower. Another ram is getting built by Grubby, and Grubby is going to work to push them off this area. This forced the military of Le Grand to come back from the palisade wall. A couple horsemen making their way into the base of Grubby. Grubby needs to secure up this little hole, but I don't know if he left that on purpose. But it seems that the sacred site in his corner has been taken, and it's going to be tried to desacredized by several of the horsemen from Le Grand. So I think Grubby's going to spot that out and probably be able to send a couple spears over there, clean that up, take care of the sacred site that he has. Ram trying to take down this palisade wall to deny this tower, since it is taking over quite a bit of wood line from Szalami's base. So we'll see how it goes over there. Also sending in a ram towards the Barbican, which is going to be spotted out by several of these horsemen, taking that out really quickly, since now there's like that debuff to the siege and the horsemen do a lot more damage. Technically a ram counts as siege, and so that gets taken out really quickly as well. And so the tower is taken out by Grubby. Grubby back up, taking the sacred site back. And I do hear the sound for Castle Age going up for Szalami. So Szalami is going to be able to go up to Castle Age right now. Then be able to get out a little bit of the stronger units. Le Grand, I'm going to check in on Le Grand. Let me look at the current res. Okay, so Le Grand is saving up for the next stage. Crackedy is not yet there. So we will have like a couple players in Castle and a couple of players in Feudal Age. And it looks like Crackedy is trying to completely wall up their side of the map, which we saw in a previous game. I don't know how successful it'll be, especially since Grubby seems to be building a tower right here, which I don't know if he'll get emplacements in it, but if there are emplacements in it, he'll be able to deny this wall from completely going up. I see Le Grand has walled up their base specifically, kind of in their own area, also laying down a market. I don't know if Le Grand is gonna go up to the next stage anytime soon right now, or it's just comfortable and feudal. I do see the sound going off to go up to Castle Age, so we'll see if he decides what he decides to place down, if any landmarks at this moment. Yep. And we see a King's Palace getting placed down. So this kind of acts as a TC. We'll see some more villagers and a little bit more eco growing up. And Grubby continues to send units down into Szalami's base. Gonna be taking out this Barbican of the Sun right now. Most of the military from Le Grand is getting pulled back into the main base. And I do see the tower emplacements coming through for Grubby's outpost. I'm gonna be also trying to chop down any of this wood right here. I don't know why he's doing that. Probably needs to place those guys back. He's got to sit those guys back into their... Oh no, he's gonna let them go. Just let them go. Just let them go. It's okay. Horsemen will be sieging down this outpost at this position, but they have spotted out kind of like that main area. New Age has begun for Le Grand Mugul. Grubby is still in H2 and Crackedy is still in H2 as well. Szalami's eco is doing pretty well, and he is trying to get out several military units, so goes there with 4 barracks. Men at arms out on their way to the front lines. And a little bit more harassment coming down for Grubby. There is a tower placed there, going to be spotted out by several of these horsemen and siege down quickly. A couple of these longbowmen just hanging out at the center of the map, and Crackedy continues to palisade wall up this entire center of the map. This will give them a kind of like a warning sign if military comes through. Maybe not the strongest, like obviously it's like really easy to get through a palisade wall. But Grubby seems to be going up to the 3rd age as well, so Crackedy is the last player out in the 2nd age. More houses, more mosques, and a couple, let's see, double stables, double military barracks, and triple. And one archery range right now. It looks like they're going down to the south side, Sacred Site, and building another ram. So probably gonna head over to take out this outpost. There are 2 more Sacred Sites, so they can't really get a true Sacred Site win. But Grubby can now pick up these relics, grab all the relics, and at least have both Sacred Sites to get that gold income from those 2 areas. Granary's doing really well for Crackedy. Crackedy's still living in H2, has quadruple TC, and right in the middle places down the clock tower. This will be able to send out siege for his base, and then we have the 4th player going up into Castle Age. Ooh, we see some knights coming out for Le Grand. This is looking like a pretty even matched battle right now. Grubby sending out more military units to the front lines. Don't know if he's going to try to push. Oh, it looks like he's going for both of these relics up on the northern side. And these relics were picked up by Szalami right now. Oh, Wololo coming off for that knight. Knight gonna run right out of the way. Wololo also going off for Salami's other Amon. The knight did narrowly escape. Also, Szalami has a ram here that took care of one of those towers that Crackedy had placed early on in the game. Crackedy, unfortunately, is down the Barbican and down 2 towers. So we've got the left side of the map is completely overtaken, so it's like very split evenly. I do see some knights making their way in from Le Grand. Le Grand has a big groups of military that are just kind of hanging out. Not sure what he's waiting for necessarily, or if he's just kind of waiting to push with Crackedy. Crackedy doesn't have a lot of military units quite yet. Seems to be laying down several stables. Probably gonna go, I don't know why they're going with several of the stables. Also, Spirit Way landmark is also getting placed down, so Crackedy's gonna be able to jump right into Imperial Age. Was the last to get up to Castle, will probably be the first to get up into Imperial. This will allow him to have like different units, like especially with China, you have every special units in different ages. But I do see a Tower Elephant, oh man, Tower Elephant coming out for Grubby, queued up. Once those Tower Elephants get out on the map, if there's multiple Tower Elephants, it gets harder and harder to defend, especially if your military is spread out. Oh my gosh, Imperial Palace also down for Crackedy. Crackedy seems to be going up with like 3 landmarks right back to back of each other. Those knights doing a little bit more harassment on Salami's base. Salami going for farms, but has to be careful. A lot of these villagers are exposed. We see quadruple TC also from Szalami. Military seems to be pushing into the south side of, oh my gosh, the southwest side of the map. Ram was trying to make its way through. Is going to be denied, and these horsemen are going to fend off some of these men-at-arms. And the reason they're able to do that is because there is a big group of longbows at the back line. I don't know if Szalami hasn't noticed these knights. Oh, there they are. He's sending crossbowmen, more military back across the map, try to defend his main base. Grubby is chasing them off as best as they can with a couple lancers themselves. And Grubby has more military coming out to the front lines of Crackedy's wall. I'm not sure where he wants to enter or what he's seeing on the map, but he should be able to run by here and see several of these knights. Ooh, yeah, those knights have spotted out Grubby. Grubby has spears and some men-at-arms. And a very small group of archers. So the archers are gonna probably not be as long as they're protected by the front line, they'll be okay. But those knights are pretty strong against those archers. So Grubby's got to be careful. He's gonna lose that military. The ram is getting pulled over the palisade wall. Doesn't start hitting anything, but I do see a palisade wall getting placed down from Szalami, and it looks like Imperial Age is going up for Grubby somewhere out here on the map. Yep, we've got Hussar Academy going down. So this one is the one that continues food based on all the research that you've gathered. Research that you've gathered as a deli player. So forward keep getting placed down, gonna be doing a pretty good job of defending against any units that are trying to make their way in. Szalami has a pretty big group of men-at-arms sieging down this gate. Not in time though for that keep to go up. So English keeps are just awesome. They're very versatile. They can build out more military units. So he's got to be careful, make sure that he stays out of the way of that keep before he heads into the main base. Down on the south side of the map, it looks like Grubby continues to try to push inside with that main gate. He's got one ram also. That's just like, and it's gonna take forever for these guys to take out this ram. So that ram actually might get down the gate before the archers get down the ram. Oh, and here's a huge group from Crackedy. We've got 53 elite fire lancers going in for a landmark snipe on Szalami's base. Szalami is producing, is trying to produce units. Fire Lancers just going straight for the House of Wisdom, and the TC House of Wisdom does have military wing queued up. Is he gonna lose that eco? I think he loses that eco. Fire Lancers going straight for like eco buildings, going for another TC, it looks like. Oh, they're just going for the houses. Oh, they're going for the houses. Crackedy is being savage, just taking out all the houses, so Szalami can't build up any military right now to respond. I don't know where Grubby's at either. Grubby is trying to send in units down to the base of Szalami, but man, oh man. Those Fire Lancers are awful. Just did quick work, burned down like pretty much every single house from Szalami. Wait, Szalami did respawn though and is building more houses, so it was good for a second, but now it's not. And we see Camel Riders out. Camel Riders are a lot stronger against cab units. They do debuff their ability to some of their damage that they do. So the Fire Lancers, like I said before, are not very strong. So once enough of these Camel Riders get out, and also a keep is getting dropped down quickly by Grubby. It's canceled? Did he cancel it? I don't know if he canceled it or it didn't get up fully. Lancers just running around. They're just a lot faster than some of the other units that are getting sent out. So they got to be careful not to stop. If they stop, we've got hand cannoneers also on the way from Grubby. Grubby is responding, trying to come to the aid of their teammate. And I actually think all these Fire Lancers are going to get cleaned up if they're not careful. And so instead of running away, he is trying to take on the battle. They just melt though, like to the spears and the hand cannoneers. Like we are now down to 11 and we were at 54 before. So Szalami and Grubby have recovered. We have another reinforcements coming through on the south side of the base. Just more Fire Lancers, going to be met with a couple Camel Archers and actually all Camel Riders. I'm going to be meeting them in the middle right here. There are still several military production buildings out for Szalami. Szalami really able to respond fast. Also trying to get up this House of Wisdom one more time. Grubby seems to be building a forward keep that he canceled it and then it's like building it again. Over on this side, we've got Le Grand kind of queuing up more of the military units right now. Isn't doing a significant amount of harassing, seems to be just be recovering at this point. And we've got more. Oh my gosh, another group of Fire Lancers pushing into the base of Szalami. Oh my gosh, he's got to get that keep up. He's got to get that keep up. Get up, 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 get up. No. Oh, it gets up, but it gets taken down. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. Grubby and Szalami just playing a little bit of tag against Crackedy's big group of Fire Lancers. Fire Lancers are making their way into the base of Grubby. Grubby is sending in reinforcements, and from this other side, we've got the army of Le Grand coming in, pushing in. Spots out. It's gonna be able to spot out this this keep that's going up for Grubby, and is Grubby gonna be losing another keep in this game? And that keep is once again denied for Grubby. Grubby's losing 2 keeps in the span of like a minute. And he's trying to wall up and prevent any other units from coming in from this side, but it looks like they are still skirting through. They did take out whatever villager was putting up the wall. But the military of Szalami is still really strong. Le Grand has a strong economy. Oh, that just got up just in time. And there's a choke point right here. Szalami's got to be careful. Ah, and it gets up. It gets up. It gets up. Oh no! Fire Lancers are going to be sieging down this part of the wall that wasn't completely built. And also getting in right here. This is a super small choke point. Very, very small choke point. So they got to be careful right now. Most of the army of Szalami is staying alive. We've got Fire Lancers trying to push in. We've got Lancers trying to push in. All in this really small spot. And you can tell because like every time a Palace Guard dies or like one of the units die, you see those plus signs go up. So a lot of them are dying. Szalami is holding the wall. Holding the door, guys. Holding the door. I mean, I think Camel Riders were chosen in this position for their debuff against, wow, Szalami doesn't even need to send reinforcements anymore. And we also see an elephant make its way down to the south side of the map from Grubby. Those Camel Riders are holding the wall really, really well. Riders decide to give up and start going around, spot out this wall getting built up by Szalami and trying to deny it. Oh, they're denying a small spot. All the villagers getting pulled out of that one area. They cannot deny it. Still getting stuck in the choke point, several of the units. Elephant making its way out on the map, and it looks like, will Grubby ever get up a keep? Will Grubby get this keep up? I think Grubby will actually get this keep up. And there seems to be a pretty strong pushback from Szalami. Szalami's army is holding the wall. Most of Le Grand is trying to come back from the Szalami. He's still in Castle Age 2, remember. House of Wisdom had to be rebuilt, and then he has to queue up the military wing again. He lost the military wing when he lost the military wing when the House of Wisdom was destroyed by the Fire Lancers. Yes, I do play AoE. And a lot of those Fire Lancers are in the way of just like Szalami's ego. Szalami can't get enough food right now. A lot of those villagers are just dying. Like they continue to just be harassed. So he's got to make sure this choke point gets rebuilt. So I think he is queuing up that rebuild point right now. Grubby doing his best to defend out off the center area, and Le Grand and Crackedy are just pushing back with units. There are these guys just hanging out in the back. I don't know why. And I don't think Grubby will ever get up a keep in this game. I'm gonna look at the queue of Grubby. We've got more Knights, more Hand Cannoneer. So it seems like he's going Lancer, Hand Cannoneer right now to defend against this group from Crackedy and Le Grand. Man, these Fire Lancers just are ruthless, really trying to deny the eco of both players, and that's what's hurting. Lancers are making their way out across the map, taking care of any of those Fire Lancers, and it looks like that stone wall is completely up for Szalami and Grubby. Keep getting placed down. Oh, not getting placed down. So there's two Trebs right here trying to bust through that wall. And if Grubby lets this wall go down, has to be really, really careful about this wall. Several more units coming out for Szalami. Spears, trying to push back any of these Fire Lancers. But there's Hand Cannoneers at the front line too. So these guys are not going to be able to survive this. There needs to be a little bit more siege at least from both sides. Grubby sending in a lot more Lancers, trying to hold the wall as best as they can to fire. Oh my gosh, Hand Cannoneers are up on the broken wall though. That's awful, I hate that. And here we go, Longbowmen making their way into the map. Longbowmen are not completely upgraded yet, surprisingly, from Le Grand. Le Grand has a huge economy of food. Oh my God, like send some. So does Crackedy. Their eco, oh my gosh. Ego is just a lot stronger than Szalami and Grubby, and Szalami is still in castle age. Thank you, Carla. Carla Nama. Thank you, Carla Nama. I appreciate the comment. Yeah, I really think that it's not looking good for Grubby and Szalami. Szalami doesn't have the ego to recover, and I think he's saving up for Imperial Age right now. But Szalami has surrendered. He's realized he can't push through Crackedy's huge mass of Hand Cannoneers and Fire Lancers. So this seems to be going to another win. The gap of wins and losses is closing between these two teams. So Crackedy and Le Grand will probably be taking this one. Grubby is not giving up to the last minute, apparently. Grubby's definitely gonna have to give up at this point. There are several mosques on the front line, and there is the tap out. Grubby is tapping out, and the victory goes to Le Grand and Crackedy.